With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
The question is, in a mixing of acetic acid and sodium acetate, the ratio of the concentration of the salts to the acid is increased 10 times, right? You have to talk about the pH of the solution, right? Now we have a combination which is acetic acid and sodium acetate. Now, if we look at acetic acid, this is a weak acid, right? And if we look at sodium acetate, this is the conjugate base, right? This is a conjugate base of the acid, which is a combination of a weak acid and a strong base, right? So it is formed by NaOH and acetic acid. So this forms an acidic buffer, right? This forms an acidic buffer solution, right? Whenever we have a combination of a weak acid and its conjugate base, which is a salt of weak acid and a strong base, acidic buffer solution is formed. One way is to solve this question directly, because we know that a buffer has been formed here, and if we define buffer, then it is the solution that resists the change in pH whenever a small amount of acid or a base is added to it, which means that the buffer solutions restrict the change in pH, or if the pH changes, it changes by very, very small units, right? It changes by very, very small units. It means that it cannot increase or decrease tenfold because it is a buffer solution, right? Now we will prove it. According to the Henderson equation, pH is given as pKa plus log of the concentration of the salt divided by the concentration of the acid. In this case, the salt is sodium acetate and the acid is acetic acid. Now, if we increase the ratio of the concentration of salt to acid 10 times, now this is the first equation. Right now, what we are doing is we are increasing this ratio to 10 times. So this becomes 10 times of the concentration of salt upon acid. Right. Now, if we will solve this, this will become pH is equal to pKa. Now, this is 10 into salt upon acid, right? And there's a property of log. Then whenever the two terms are in multiplication, they are added in log. So this becomes plus log 10 plus log of the concentration of the salt upon acid. Okay. So this becomes pH is equal to pKa. Log 10 is equal to 1 plus log of salt divided by acid. Now this is your second equation. So now if you compare the first equation with the second equation, what do you see? That initially the pH was pKa plus log of salt upon acid, but now the pH is pKa plus 1 plus log of salt upon acid, which means that the pH is increasing by 1 unit. Okay, therefore the correct answer for this question is option 1, right? Option 2 cannot be the answer. That's all for the question.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.